Hello, welcome to the Sirens Integration. So, today we are going to be discussing, and I have my computer with me, so each and every topic is down pack in order. But we're basically going to be discussing your mermaid siren energy, okay? And we're going to be talking about the vivid dreams that you've been experiencing. This is the awakening of the siren, okay? To know that you're connected to the mermaid energy, to the marine spirits, I'm going to connect you with an integration to where we're going to dive into our past lives, and we're also going to dive into the awakening, like how to know that you're awakening in your siren energy, okay? Okay, my beautiful sirens, okay? This is very prevalent for the energy, okay? And this is the blue candle for the ocean. So this is the very prevalent energy that we're about to channel. So what the first topic is, what mermaid slash siren lineage actually means spiritually from an ancestral soul level. So the mermaid energy has a lot to do with remembering, okay? It has a lot to do with deep depths, emotions. It has a lot to do with feeling like you've always felt like you were deeply rooted to the ocean, connecting with the emotions. You felt like your emotions were just dismissed, or people didn't feel deep as you, okay? I'm getting the energy of Gemini, sirens, okay? Air signs, water signs, Pisces, okay? Aquarius. A lot of you guys got initiated young, okay? Before you even knew that this was an initiation, you went through, just brutal heartbreaks that actually made you ascend to a higher realm, okay? But as you're in this new timeline, discovering that you are connected to the marine spirits, to the mermaid energy, you are integrating, and this is a video calling forth to you to listen to and hear me on the topic of the situation, that you're not alone. You're not crazy, okay? You guys are having vivid, surreal dreams. But the mermaid energy that has to do deeply with spiritually, it's on a soul level. It's a deep level. Like you feel like you've always known things, okay? You always felt called to the waters. For some of you guys would feel called to the ocean or just to the lakes, wherever you're going. Some of you guys would know a limit, okay? You would know a certain limit to go far in the water. You wouldn't go too deep in the depths, because a lot of you guys don't like to look you don't like to like look on the ground and see that you can't see anything, like it's just pitch dark, okay? So you know your limits. That's just like your emotions, balancing your emotion. A lot of you guys could be balancing your energy right now, okay? A lot of you guys could be healing from heartbreaks from the past, okay? Maybe a certain recent breakup, but through that healing, spirit is calling for you to not sit in the emotion and get swallowed by the seas, but to feel deep and still not get consumed by the waters, okay? Just like how you feel when you go to the ocean or you're by a lake, you know that it's a Pacific part that you wouldn't go too far because it's the depths of the sea. You don't want to swallow and drown through the emotions, okay? Because we feel deeply, heavenly deeply, okay? We're connected spiritually. Second thing is clear signs your mermaid slash siren energy is awakening. Like I said, my beautiful sirens, you get vivid dreams, okay? You start meeting ancient past lover connections. You start feeling like you're starting to meet people that you always known from another lifetime, and it's just feeling so surreal, especially during the summertime right now. You're meeting a lot of individuals online, even in person, in the physical, to where you feel like you know them, or it just feels like a connection that's really deeply rooted in something that was placed here for you to integrate it again, if you know what I mean by that, okay? Also, a lot of you guys could be just feeling like, okay, a lot of weight on your chest, a lot of emotions, okay? Sometimes you might feel like you're overly sensitive, but not in a way to disrespect yourself, but you do feel everything, okay? A lot of people don't understand how deep the depths of your love can go, okay? A lot of people weren't able to hold that for you, but it's actually making more room for the ones who can, because every time you choose yourself and you decide to be like, you know what, I'm not crazy. The way I feel, the emotions I feel, like a lot of you guys are coming into an epiphany. You're having dreams about water, okay? You're having dreams about specifically like the ocean and how you possibly could be swimming in your dreams. You know, you're waking up, everything's feeling surreal, time is going by fast. You feel like you're going through this form of awakening, okay? A lot of that energy has a lot to do with the mermaid siren energy awakening. Also, how to tell more of your siren energy awakening, right? A lot of you guys are feeling increased sensuality and erotic energy and sexual magnetism. So, a lot of you guys could be longing for a true, loving, divine partner, a god or a goddess, someone who can understand your waters without trying to tamper it, okay? You want someone who can hold the weight of your waves without trying to ridicule it or keep it trapped or caged. You want to be having a free, loving relationship. A lot of you guys are longing for something that can hold space for the power within, okay? But as you choose to pick yourself up through the heartbreaks you went through in the past, and you decide to be like, you know what, I'm not settling for crumbs. A lot of you guys are standing on boundaries. Even if it feels like it's a lot to carry on your own, just know that you're never alone. But the more that you choose yourself, you choose to walk away and don't fight fire with fire, you stand in your power, you learn to control the spirals and the emotions, you will get deeply connected with your mermaid lineage. They will be able to channel more to you, okay? The more you choose yourself, you choose to not fight fire with fire, you stand in your power, and they will come more vividly, okay? So let's also speak about this. The struggles of sitting in deep emotions without drowning, that's heavy. You have to learn how to be able to feel the emotion, right? Feel the emotions of your body, okay? And not allow it to take over and consume you. Like, don't be so fixated on controlling things you can't control. Like maybe a relationship not working out, or maybe someone's acting weird to you. Because also, as you're awakening to your siren and mermaid energy, a lot of people would distance themselves because you can read through them. You see through the veil. A lot of individuals either feel intimidated or they don't want you to know something about something. So you got to look at this. Sometimes people step away from your life because you're being divinely protected and guided. A lot of people can't hold the space for that. And also, a lot of people don't want to be discovered because you see behind the veil. You see behind the deceptions, okay? So that's why a lot of people could be feeling a little hesitant in and out of your life. But as you continue to not dwell in that emotion of why me, and actually do some shadow work to understand the integrations of that emotion, you're learning to balance the emotion to not be consumed by the waters of the sea, okay? If that makes sense to you. So a lot also learning to stay afloat between two worlds, like I said, learning to stay into a balance. Also, as the mermaid energy is awakening into you, you guys could be learning balance in your life right now, like with the emotions of with the physical mundane world, with relationships, choosing yourself. If someone is not, you know, understanding your true self, your energy, okay? A lot of you guys are done with the explaining who you are energy, okay? Also, the shadow side of mermaid energy, emotional manipulation, escapism, people pleasing. For sometimes you guys in the past could have been people pleasers because you didn't want individuals to leave. You at the time weren't ready, okay? But now it's looking like you guys are letting go of people pleasing, letting go of being manipulated by maybe a certain person in your life who, it could be a relationship, it can be friends, family. You're just done with the whole 9 yards, okay? So how to work and contain this energy consciously instead of being overwhelmed by it. Simple ways to activate and strengthen your mermaid siren energy. Like I told you, staying sovereign, not fighting fire with fire. Silence is the best killer. Don't argue with don't argue with no woman, no man. Don't do any of that. Believe in yourself. Have faith. Have courage. Meditate. Also, step away from things that no longer serve you as you are continuing to transition and get downloads from your dreams. When you do have a dream, and if you do remember it, write it down in a book, okay? Specifically, I have a mermaid book. I write down most of my dreams on here, okay? I integrate it. That's a way to get deeply connected to your past lives, your lineage, find out where the mermaid energy is coming from, what bloodline, is it your mother, is your father, is your grandparents? It's all the integration, okay? It takes one step at a time, all right? But it's okay to not know everything. It's okay to sit in your emotion and be able to come back to self, okay, my sirens? I love you so much, and may you have a beautifully, lovely, blessed awakening.